I'm going to watch Roku here, but again, just not a lot of. I just don't have a lot of conviction here at the open. Yeah, shop on a dip to about 342. Yeah, guys, shop on a dip to 42, or red to green. Okay, just remember, red to green doesn't mean a pivot. It's going to need to reclaim 353. Okay, everybody? And that's it. And that's it. LK, hold on.
UTX price target raised to 169 from 150 at Cowen. Markets open.
Dude, I just missed Roku, Larry.
Earlier today,
I just missed Roku.
came in below expectations, 67,000 instead of 135.
Larry, you just killed me, buddy. Larry,
Market
you just
U.S. services PMI comes out in 15 minutes. The estimate 51.6
That's okay,
for market U.S. services PMI.
That's okay, buddy.
ISM non-manufacturing index 54.5 at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, guys, if anybody caught any Roku, it's going to get to like 150 and change. Make some sales. Okay. There it is. Larry, you killed me, buddy. You killed me. You killed me. You killed me.
Union Pacific sees fourth quarter revenue down similar percentage volumes, although not quite to magnitude.
Larry.
After pricing actions.
Oh, brother, you killed me just now.
Pound its fresh high in Boris Johnson election prospects. Bombardier in long-term lease pact with Greater Toronto Airports Authority.
That's all right, buddy. That's all right. Let this be my worst problem in life. Guys, did anybody catch Roku? Well, have a nice day, everybody. That's the value. That was the value. That was the value of the morning. Have a great day, everybody.
Stocks advance on fresh hopes for U.S.-China deal.
Oh man. Yeah, LK. I think there's a bounce around 3110. Around 3110. Larry. All right, it is what it is. Well, I got some of my Twitter account, so I'll share with you guys. Hey guys, did anybody catch Roku? Folks, did anybody catch Roku? If you did, thank you for sharing with me. Guys, anybody catch Roku? No, nobody. All right, guys. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. I see that. Workday. Tesla coming in here. Yeah, guys, I want to watch that 33, 40, 33 area on Tesla. Hey, guys, anybody catch Netflix on that rejection? Guys, anybody catch Netflix on that rejection? Already came in 2 points. Peloton. Yeah, guys, at 33, 33.50 area, if you're an options trader, that's kind of where you want to buy your dip. Vic, okay, buddy? If you're looking for a new entry, if you're looking at a new entry on Tesla, that's where you want to get it. Nice job, kiddo. Nice job. Nice job. Stay patient, everybody. Stay nice and patient here. Nice and patient. Yeah, guys, BYND. Guys, if anybody's short BYND off that 77 level, you got a free trade here. Good job, my brother.
Trump to exit NATO early after video emerges showing fellow leaders apparently discussing U.S. president.
Hey guys, is anybody in shop? Yeah, you got to be fast. You got to be very fast. Good for you, man. Stay patient, guys. Stay patient now. Stay patient. Stay patient. Stay patient. Oh, okay. Where the hell's the value going to come today? Hey, Daniel, I just tweeted out shop for you. You should get a move now to 362, 363. All right, guys. If you're a long shop, you should get a move to 362, 363. I just tweeted it out for you. You should get a move there. Stay patient, everybody. Stay nice and patient here. Got to figure out where the hell I'm gonna make some money today. CDLX went to 63. Oh my God! Look at shop, guys. Anybody else in shop? Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you, Majay. Majay's such a bad guy. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Guys, make some sales into this area here. Okay, make some sales into this area here. 360, 362 area. Make some sales.
It's a 52-week high. AGN, Hologic, 52-week high. HOLX.
Guys, Beyond's going red on the day here, guys. Beyond's going red on the day. Oh my God, Beyond's gonna get killed here. Beyond just went red on the day here. Wow. Guys, anybody, did you catch that 77? Yeah, I'm missing everything today. I'm gonna literally miss everything today. From yesterday, good for you. Good for you, Wes. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Yay, I'm missing everything. Hey guys, I'm gonna keep an eye on Netflix. Netflix off that 302 second entry. Tesla's coming into that to that bounce area. Okay. Oh my God, shop. Guys, congratulations on shop, guys. Congratulations on shop. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Congratulations. Hey, listen, man, it's good job. I'm missing everything here. I'm missing everything. My concentration level is at 0. Where am I going to find my whale today? I think honestly, guys, Amazon, I think next candle above 1790 could see tomorrow 1806, 1810. Chewy. Cautious comment. Guys, Cleveland Research, cautious comments on Chewy, CHWY. Some cautious comments there. Peloton, 32.96, 33.14. Is there enough room on Peloton? Hey guys, is there enough room on Peloton that starts building below that 33? You think there's enough room? 33 will get you where? 32, 32.12, 32.20s? How does Peloton trade? I think I've traded Peloton once. Anybody remember how Peloton trades? Oh, it's on SSR. Oh, yeah, it's on SSR. It's on SSR. Ugh, I don't like those SSR trades. I don't like those SSR trades. I don't like those SSR trades.
Union Pacific says fourth quarter revenue down, not as much as volume. Excess trucking capacity continues.
Roku's reversing. Guys, everybody see why Roku stopped? Larry definitely owes me supermarket sushi. Larry owe me supermarket sushi today, buddy. Oh, Larry killed me. Larry killed me. Killed me. He killed me. I don't care. What's the end of the world? If that's your end of the world in life, then you got more problem, right? Right, Larry? At the end of the day, man, if that's your biggest problem in life, you don't have any problems. Missing trades, please. Good, man. Good job, Peter. Good job. Like I said, you can trade anything. You can trade anything. You can trade anything via pivots. I think Tesla gets a bounce around that 33.50 area. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me keep an eye on wow, what a reversal on Roku. What an absolute reversal on Roku. Hey guys, BYND, BYND is going to test. Guys, BYND is going to test. I think it's going to test that 33.80s today.
U.S. views space as theater of military operations.
Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Good for you. Hey guys, this BSO. Hey guys, this BSO. If it gets down to like 11.50.
Chain recently raised menu prices about 2%.
It's kind of where you want to be.
Raised menu prices about 2%.
About 2%.
Pulte CMG, Charlie Michael Golf, said they raised menu prices about 2%. CMG.
I hope that wasn't the bottom on Tesla 33.75. That would suck something awful. I hope it just gets down to the bottom Bollinger Band. Again, guys, if you're a new trader, don't play these bounces yet. Again, if your mind can't handle the pivots, it's sure as hell not going to handle the bounces yet. They're way too aggressive. So you just you might want to have to wait for. you might have to wait a little bit.
The company seeing labor and avocado inflation. U.S. Services PMI 51.6.
No, it's a bounce spot.
Estimate
bounce
was
spot.
51.6.
It's if it comes in.
The composite was 52, up 1/10 from the prior reading of 51.9. No estimate. Market U.S. Services PMI in line at 51.6. The composite PMI.
Yeah,
up
guys.
1/10.
Guys, you see this whole area on Tesla? Guys, you see this whole area on Tesla? 33 and a quarter, 33 and a quarter, 33.50. That's the 5-day moving average as well. Okay, guys. So that's the area. If you want to get long Tesla, that's where you want to get long Tesla. Guys, I just bought some Tesla. Guys, I bought a little bit of Tesla here. It might go down to 333, but I think it should bounce here. Again, if you're a new trader, stay away from this trade. It's not for you. Okay, guys? It's not for you. I'll add more if obviously the stock starts going highs of the day, but I just put in, an area where I kind of wanted to get some stock on this move here.
Ramco may exercise green shoe option in the IPO.
Guys, make some sales on the way up, okay, guys? Guys, make some sales on the way up.
Union Pacific sees tough comps in January. UNP sees tough comps in January.
Guys, it's a free trade right now on Tesla. Just use break even as you stop. Okay? It's a free trade on Tesla right now. Just use break even as you stop. Guys, did anybody pick up any Tesla? Good. Just make sure you make some sales. Oh, Kane is in it. I'm dead now. Oh, such a bad guy. You see, he's following me. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. He's following me. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. Just use break even as you stop, guys. It's free trade right now. Such a bad guy. You guys heard he's following me, right? What a bad guy. Alert, alert, stranger danger, stranger danger. Guys, I just took some Tesla off. I just took some off. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. I love trading. Guys, everybody see? Folks, does everybody understand? Guys, everybody understand? Guys, everybody understand why we got long? And again, it's not for new traders. Okay, guys, it's not for new traders. Even a blind man can see. See how he yells at me? You see how Ken yells at me? Oh my God, Tesla to the house. Yeah, it could get there. It could get there. Just the level. It both Adam. It correlated on the rising support, right? On the rising 60-minute support. You see that? And also, if you look at Tesla 5-day moving average, right? If you look at Tesla's 5-day moving average, it hit that perfectly. So it correlated the same way.
To have about 60 drive-through lanes by the end of the year. CMG. Humana hits 52-week high.
Hey guys, maybe this B cell, guys, maybe B cell red to green. But again, remember, it's not a pivot. Oh my God, Tesla. Tesla. I should have bought more. You know what? I should have bought more. Should have bought more.
Chipotle says half of 2020 new stores will have drive-through lane. France Macron says not everyone around the NATO table would say Russia was an enemy. France Macron says Russia can be a threat, but also a partner.
Guys, this BYND is like, it's like an inch away from falling off a planet. Larry played defense on me. I can't get over it. Larry played defense on me. He said, hey, Dan, can you look at a stock that's not nearly anywhere we want to trade it? What are you going to do? You got to laugh, right? You got to laugh, man. You know, I'm fuming inside, but, you know, you got to laugh. You got to laugh. Stay patient, guys. Stay patient. We got 7 minutes left. Guys, we got 7 minutes left till the candle turns. Yo, wait, this B cell trades at $1 spread? What's up with that? I know. That is on me. Ken, that was all on me. You're right, man. That was all on me. Damn, what do you think about Cisco? Wait, hold on. Oh, it's trading in a 3-cent range for the last 2 weeks. Oh, I'm joking. I know, it made me look. I'm joking. All right, guys, stay patient, everybody. Stay patient. Square cut. You know what doesn't look bad is Square. Maybe not for today, but starting to kind of wake up here. Starting to wake back up here. Nice and calm, guys. Nice and calm. No stress, no rush. Nice and calm. Again, we can only play the hands that we're dealt, folks. Okay, guys? We can only play the hands that we're dealt. Oh, I don't know, Brett. I don't know. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Oh my God. It's a hell of a turnaround in Roku, by the way. Hey guys, what do you think about 40? See, I don't want to get cute on these trades, man. Yeah, I don't want to get cute on these trades, trying to short Roku through the lows and it snaps back on me. The market's so damn strong right now. It's just really strong. No, I still have a piece. I still have a piece. I still have a piece. Yeah, I'm going to use break even as my stop. I didn't buy enough. I didn't buy enough to make sale on the whole thing. I'm hoping it goes green in the day. But other than that, I'm going to use a break even as my stop. Like I fully expect to get stopped out, break even on the balance. But it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay. I'm okay with that. Well, yeah, that's my point. But I'm okay with that. As long as I'm okay with that. I'm willing to let it ride and see if it can go green in the day. If it doesn't, God bless. How about this? You give me Roku. You give me Roku, and I'll give you my Tesla trade. You give me. You give me my 49. You give me my 49 fill on Roku, the 51, and then I'll be more than happy to give you Tesla. Okay. All right, my brother. All right. Oh, so nice. He's so nice. Such a nice guy. Stay patient, everybody. Stay nice and patient. What's the previous 5-minute low on Tesla? That way we don't have to give it back everything. Actually, guys, 30 guys. Actually, 334.30 is the 5-minute low. Just you don't have to use break even. 334.30 is the 5-minute low. So just kind of raise your stop. Worst case, I'll get like about $1 out on the balance. Yeah, there's no reason. Yeah, right. There's no reason to give anything back. Nah, Larry, I'm totally joking around with you, buddy. I don't blame anything. I don't blame anything on anybody. Grown man doesn't blame anything on anybody. You know what I mean? It's just all. I'm completely joking around. It's just more. I'm trying to figure out where we're gonna get value from today. NVIDIA. See, I like Amazon, but I like Amazon in another candle. I don't like Amazon here. I don't like Amazon there. JetBlue, Roku. JetBlue is spiking up on some chatter. Some chatter. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. He's on. Yeah, he's on. He's on. Oh, is that what it is? Cancel out of a conference? Okay. Stay patient, guys. Stay nice and patient. We got a new candle forming in about a minute. Let's see what confirms. Man, the video has a lot of supply. Wow, guys, that move on shop was a monster. I'm long on my Cyber Trader Pro / Twitter account. I will share with everybody. It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
Trudeau says he had a great meeting with Trump at NATO on Tuesday. ISM 53.9, below the estimate 54.5. 53.9 ISM, below estimate 54.5. ISM non-manufacturing index below the estimate. Earlier today, ADP employment change below the estimate. Market U.S. services PMI was in line.
Does NVIDIA have a
Loonie
spot?
strengthens after Bank of Canada decision.
No.
Canada's Trudeau says we were all surprised and pleased to learn the next G7 will be in Camp David.
You know where NVIDIA could be good? If it starts reclaiming 312.
In 30 minutes, we'll get the weekly crude gas distillate report.
Or 212.
Crude estimate is minus 1.5 million.
Wait, or 212, whatever comes first. You know, guys, because 1190 is supply. I think maybe tomorrow above 212, maybe we could wake it up. Let's keep an eye on it. So, guys, Tesla's having a hard time here, and it really needs to get above this area.
Pelosi told Democrats no timeline on impeachment.
There's a shot it gets to 36, though, if it could get through. I just don't think it's going to go through. I mean, I hope it does, but I just don't think it's going to go through. The Twitter trading account, that's the account you could get any print on any fill at any time with any size. You're welcome. Now you're in the know. You're in the, if you want, I could open you up a Twitter account at any point. Yes, it's Keith, we're joking. We're joking. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist for everybody else. It exists for me. With Twitter dollars, yes. Right, exactly. You never lose in your Twitter account. Exactly. Stay patient, guys. Stay patient. Let's see what we got here. Stay patient. Hey, Andrew. Andrew, here's the thing with Amazon. Yeah, AUPH looks amazing. There's been people afraid of. There's been people here been swinging this thing for 2 weeks. Just an absolute amazing move. Yeah, 840s. The bets on this thing in the last 2 weeks have been amazing. Absolutely amazing to see. Stay patient, guys. Stay patient. 303. No. The big move is going to come. Hey guys, you know what? Tesla's coming into some supply. Guys, on the next spike here, let's make some sales. See, it's having a hard time getting through the supply on the 5, right? It's having a hard time getting through the supply. I mean, again, worst case scenario, it's a $1 trade, but I'd like to get a little more out of it.
Bell hits 52-week high, 45.73.
Guys, I'm going to kick my Tesla out, guys. Guys, I'm going to kick my Tesla out. It might go higher, and there it goes. It might go higher, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because there's a lot of supply here. There's a lot of supply here. You see that, guys? Guys, did you guys make sales? Yeah, I could have been rich, but it just hit supply. I don't want to guess on supply. I would rather be. Kane? What's the word? What's the word we're looking for? I would rather be. I forgot what I'm talking about. Guys, is everybody out of Tesla? Guys, for all you guys who are, you're out? Okay, good. Good job.
What President Trump has been calling for.
I'd rather be good looking than rich. That's right.
Gary Cohn, former top chief economic advisor to Trump and former CEO of Goldman, pointing out negative rates can hurt people saving for retirement. There's unintended consequences to negative rates. Kuwait oil minister says 60 to 70 a barrel is appropriate oil price for producers and consumers.
See, I think NVIDIA needs to reclaim 12, and I think today might get rejected there.
NYMEX crude extends gains up 3.7% to 58.24 on OPEC expectations.
Guys, I'm telling you, folks, I'm telling you. And by the way, we just sold, guys, I think we just sold Tesla at the highs of the day. I think we just sold Tesla at the high of the move, by the way. Just as an FYI. I think we did. Guys, does everybody see why I kept on hitting supply and it just couldn't get through? Guys, everybody see that? It just couldn't get through that supply, right? It just couldn't. And again, maybe it goes later, but.
Yeah, price target raised to 125 at Loop Capital from 110.
All right, buddy.
BIDU price target raised to 125. House Judiciary starts its first hearing on Trump impeachment.
I'm telling you, folks, eventually, especially for you new folks, eventually trading is going to be so methodical. It's going to be so methodical to you that it's going to be normal, right? Just like the conversation I had with Andrew yesterday throughout basically. Andrew, what was your last email to me? 9:30, 10 o'clock at night? You finally got over it? Like 9:30, 10 o'clock? We started this conversation at 4 o'clock. He couldn't get over it, right? He's at the point mentally that he knows he's expected to make money every day, that he's disgusted on the days that he only makes X amount of dollars. And that's the mental approach, guys. Eventually everybody will get there. It just takes longer for sometimes than others. That's the mindset. That's the mindset. That's when you know you're disgusted when you're making money and it's not enough. That's the mindset. That's the mindset, man. That's the mindset. Dude, this guy was, all right, Larry. Thanks for everything today, Larry. Christmas is off because of you. Nah, great job, Larry. Larry, I'm all jokes aside, man, I'm very proud of you in your development, buddy. You're doing great. You're doing absolutely great. You're doing absolutely great, kiddo. S Roku's about to go right on the day here. Hey guys, there's a small bounce area on Roku. There's a small bounce area at Roku, 143.70s. Yeah. Again, the stock might reverse, but there is a bounce there. Yeah, there is a bounce there. I just don't know if I want to take it. I'm a little bit chicken here. I just don't know if I want to take it. 143.70s is an initial. It's an initial bounce area. The bounce spots, guys, and this is again, I tell new traders, after you watched all the workshops, like on the bounce spots and all the rejection areas, I wouldn't suggest trading a bounce area till you traded these pivots about 6 months or so, maybe even longer, just because how aggressive they are. You know what I mean? It's a very, very aggressive way to trade. It works very well. Don't get me wrong, but I think mentally you're not there yet. You know what I'm saying? I think mentally you're not there yet.
Representative Nadler says facts before judiciary panel are undisputed.
Yeah, it's a bounce spot around the 43.70s. If it even gets there. Stay patient, everybody. Again, we got to try to find where our value is today.
Hoyer says not ready to say if Trump should be impeached.
What about Netflix? What about Netflix? Netflix looks like garbage, doesn't it? What's the low here on Netflix? 43.90.
UNP concludes presentation at
43.60.
conference.
Is that right? Good for you. It should get rejected around 312. Sean, it should get rejected around 312. So make some sales around 312. Okay, I'm not telling you to sell the whole thing, obviously, because you're running with a good wood. Did I just say that out loud? You're running with good wood? What the hell am I saying? But it should get rejected. It should get. I don't even know what the hell that even means. It should get rejected, Sean. It should get rejected around 1190. You see that? That's what I just said. Forget about what she said. That's what I just said. You see that, Sean? It should get rejected around 1190. Take some off. And if you could get another candle above 312, then it's going to go higher. Okay, bud. Honestly, dude, I would take off half, man, for sure, at least half. I mean, you got a 11-point move. That's a big ass move, right? It should get rejected here at 1190. But just in case next candle comes, right? Just in case the next candle comes around 312, 212, that's when it's going to go higher. Okay, great, man. Good job. Excellent, buddy. Peter, here's my dilemma. Peter, it should hold. Peter, it should hold 302.60s. Okay, it should hold 302.60s, and it should bounce initially. Yes.
COP fall has been more persistent.
The only thing I'm thinking about, Peter, the stock has been very, very weak, right? And if it starts reclaiming that 301.75 area, 302, 301.75, right? Yeah, if it loses like 30, now, excuse me, if it starts 301, 301.75, 301.50, it's going to go down to 296. So I think the value play, right? I think the value play on Netflix, that second entry below 301.70, because 301.70 could get it down all the way down to 296. Like that, you know what I mean? Like that could be like a really big value play, right? Like that's a really, really big value play. Yeah. But yes, you could bounce it off the 302.60s. Absolutely. You could bounce it off that 302.60s. You could, yes. Yeah, you could bounce it off there, yeah. Yeah, BYND. What was yesterday's low on BYND, Joe? What was just? Oh, excuse me. What was yesterday's low on BYND? It's hard to find value today. That's the problem. It really is hard to find value. Yeah, Joe. I think yesterday's low was 75.40. Joe, 75.40 was yesterday's low. So I think anywhere from like 75.40 to to like 75. It's going to retest 52-week lows. The stock can't go up anymore. You just have to be kind of in the trade. I think that's the whole point. You just got to be in the trade. Yeah, that sucks. Stay patient, everybody. Stay patient. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Honestly, I think, guys, next candle, folks, next candle, let's watch the video. Let's watch the video. It's going to be, we have to wait like 45 minutes, but let's watch the video. The video actually looks great, right? The video actually looks really, really good now. Right? I think there's a shot it could get to like 1340 today. Sean, I think next candle, if it reclaims 312, right? I think there's a shot at 1340 today. On BY, no, I mean, I think BYND, it's at the point like you just can't day trade it anymore in a weird way. You can only like sell top of the channels, what Wesley did today. Sold that 77 channel we talked about pre-market, right? I think once it gets below starts getting below 75.20, 75.20, 75, I think it's finally going to see that 73.85 area. Yeah, it's a slow grind to zero. Yeah, the bounce plays the bounce plays work very, very well. They work very, very well, especially in a bull market. They're very high probability. Google, yeah, Google has room to 1326 in the next couple of days. Yeah, it has room to 1326. Yep, 1326. Stay patient, everybody. Stay nice and patient. Yeah, and the video does look good, doesn't it? The video actually does look good. Nevada, we call it Nevada. It stopped. Wow, guys, look where it stopped. I said 1192. Look where it stopped. Right, guys? Guys, everybody see where it stopped exactly? I said 1192. Look at this. It was to the penny. You guys see that? To the penny. 1192. Look at that. 1192 to the penny. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, so I think a break above 212 will get it going back higher. Yeah, I personally, Keanu, I'm personally comfortable with beta, but you can trade it. You can trade it on any asset class, man. As long as there's a range, right? As long as there's a range, as long as there's liquidity, you could trade anything. Crypto. I forgot who posted it this morning. The gentleman this morning is trading the euro. He's trading forex, using the PS60 to trade the forex. So you could trade anything liquidity. You could trade Bitcoin, futures, whatever you want to trade. Yeah, anything. You can trade whatever you want. It's all about comfortability. It's all about specific comfortability. Like I personally just trade. I trade beta. I trade beta 90% of the time. No, nothing for today. Nothing for today, buddy. Nothing for today. Hey, Joe, why don't you just remove Joe? If you've been swinging the stock for a while, just remove 3/4 of your position, right? Remove 3/4 of your position, right? Lock in your money, and God forbid something happens. Yeah, once you start feeling greedy, you're probably greedy, right? You're probably greedy. Like that's the thing. I never feel greedy. It's just regular. It's just a regular work day for me. I'm telling you guys, a lot of you guys who've never seen pivots before and just tried out so many
in 9 minutes,
so many different ways of trading. I totally understand like where you are, like because I've been there. When you have that, because this is the candle that went into supply, Bjorn. Because this is this candle. Remember, Bjorn, it always needs another candle to confirm the supply. So we have to wait till the 11 o'clock candle. Yeah. So I know that helpless feeling when you feel like you've tried everything and nothing works, right? That's what it was basically for me for 2 years. I couldn't understand why I just couldn't make any more money. And once you find that edge in trading, it really becomes like a seamless exercise, and you're constantly taking advantage of the person on the other side of your trade. Hey, Keanu, try to use Thinkorswim. Guys, Thinkorswim, I think you could deposit like $50 or $100 into Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim is the closest thing to eSignal. If you could obviously afford an eSignal, then use eSignal. Oh, not for Canadians? Ah, okay, gotcha. Like I think Tesla later in the week will probably be a good bet into supply, into a breakout. Oh wow, really? I did not know that. I did not know that. Yeah, BYND looks finished. A good trader just makes money. There's no Peter, when you put yourself in a box, Peter, when you put yourself in a box, what you're doing is you're putting an emotional value every single day. You're forcing the issue knowing that this is what you want. A good day is to be alive. A good day is to wake up the next day. And a good day for a trader is staying solvent and not making the stupid mistakes that they're shooting themselves in the foot. So a good trader is just around every year. That's the whole point, man. It's just, there's no such thing as, again, social media has stuffed your mind, not your mind specifically, but new traders' mind with such nonsense. It's just being around. Like Meyer Hoffman used to say, you could sit there and not make money for 2 days, right? Make a little bit, lose a little bit.
Burke hits a 52.
And then you have your third day, right? You have your third day and you have your premium day and you'll make a lot of money. That's what a good trader is, understanding when to push and when to scale back. That's the mindset. Okay, so there's no such thing as, well, if you don't make at least $2-3, no, it's nonsense. There's days I push and I get very aggressive, and there's days like the last 3 days, if you notice, I've been picking my spots. That's all I've been doing. I've been picking my spots, right? Like literally, I've been picking my spots like really, really well. And because this is not a value tape right now. You know what I'm saying, Peter? You know what I mean? Like this is not a value tape. Once I see channels like I saw this morning, like a Roku shop, unfortunately I missed. That's different. When you have a whole market setting up like that, that's a premium day. You know what I mean? That's a premium day. But there's no, yeah, Beyond's about to go fall off a cliff. Yeah, it's a premium day. Yeah, that's the thing, man. This business, Peter, this business is all about self-decay, right? It's all about self-decay. What I mean by that is it's like picture your guys, Beyond is about to get smashed. Beyond's about to get smashed. Under 75, you'll get it, buddy. The bounce. Joe, I think honestly, Joe, BYND just has to lose. It has to lose like 75, 20, 75. And I think it's going to get down to 73.80s. That's the 52-week low. LK. Yeah, I kind of like LK. Yeah, 29.90s. Yeah, guys, if you're looking for a bounce play on LK, 29.90s.
Amazon's cloud rivals taking market share.
Okay.
Outscale CEO says.
29.90s. You got to figure out, guys. You seen the video now, guys. Everybody seen the video now, right, guys? Everybody see why I got rejected, right? So now above 312, the video should light up.
EAI apparently near a deal for Blackstone's Armacell at 1.4 billion euro.
Yeah, guys. 29.90s, 29.90s 30 on LK because that's where it broke out of. It's actually not a bad play. I mean, could it get down to 29.50s? I mean, I think it could, but I think it should hold this 29.90s 30 level. Just for a scalp. Right? Isn't this where it broke out of yesterday? 30. What's the 5-day? What's the 10-day? Yeah, it should hold the 10-day. What's that? No, it's not the breakout. It's the rising it's the rising support. Yeah, it's the rising support.
Crude gas distillate coming out in 20 seconds. The estimate for crude is minus 1.5 million. Gas expected to be up 1.5 million. crude. Crude minus 4.9 million, gas plus 3.4 million, distillate plus 3 million. A bigger build in gas than expected, a bigger drawdown in crude than expected, a bigger build in distillate than expected, plus 3 million on distillate instead of just plus 3,000. API did give correct direction.
Yeah, I think that bounces that area. I kind of like this berry. I kind of like this berry.
Depending on what the market wants to focus on, you could
48. Yeah,
make
48.
the argument that it's a bullish or bearish number.
John, 48 there.
Two of the three showing bigger builds than expected. But the crude decline was 4.9 million instead of just 1.5 million decline.
Yeah, I like berry for tomorrow. I'll put this on our watch list for tomorrow. Yeah, this is the area it should hold here, guys. If it starts reclaiming back, it should hold here. I'm going to watch this thing starts reclaiming that 30 area. Should hold here. It should hold this area here. I want to see them get through this 29.90. It's like 30,000 offered. I don't have access to to Forex, so I can't. I won't. I don't even have any. I don't even have any entitlements for it. But a chart is a chart is a chart. If you ever have a question, about a chart, I can definitely show you guys. Guys, I just got some LK at 30. I just got some LK at 30. If you got a better price than me, good job. Just use the low of the day as your stop. You got 29.90? Such a bad guy. All right, just use. Oh wow, it's too fast. I was about to say use break even as your stop. That's too fast. You know what? I'm going to use it. I'll give it a couple of minutes, see if it goes. Guys, let's give it a couple of minutes. If it doesn't go, let's get the hell out of Dodge. Guys, if you got a good print in the 80s and the 70s, take some off. Okay, guys? Guys, everybody got me? Take some off if you got a good, if you got a better print. It's taking a little too long here. It's taking a little too long here. Come on. It's taking a little too long here. Come on. Yeah, just use break even now as a stop, guys. Okay, use break. Yeah, absolutely, Peter. You could definitely send me that. Sure. Use break even now as a stop, guys. All right. Just not going as much as I thought. Yeah, guys, I'm out. Guys, I'm out of LK. I'm out of LK, guys. I couldn't get a bigger push. It only spiked back like 18 cents. It probably still works. I'm not comfortable with this name because I just don't trade it all the time. Guys, did anybody make some sales? Then again, because I'm thinking the bounce is going to be like a Tesla bounce. 20 cents on it held at 22.90. It's going to wind up going right now. I'm out of it, guys. I don't have a position anymore. I'm out of it. Yeah, absolutely, Peter. You could send me, because a chart is a chart, buddy. Okay, so you could definitely send me any charts. I'll give you an opinion on it in a second. Was that considered a wait, guys? Quick question for all you guys who traded like stocks like LK. Was that considered a big bounce? Is a 25-cent bounce a big bounce? Considered on like a $30 stock? Maybe I just played it wrong. Oh, it's not considered a big bounce? Okay.
S&P's up 21, Nasdaq up 51, Dow up 186.
Yeah, you need one more candle. John, you need one more candle below 28. You need to wait one more candle. All right, John? Yeah, one more candle, buddy. And this is the whole point, guys. We don't pray. I don't sit there and pray a stock's going to go up. If it doesn't go within the first couple of minutes, right? If it doesn't go in the first couple of minutes, then again, just use break even as a stop. It's a free trade. There's no hoping and praying. Okay, gotcha. The volatility, gotcha. Oh my God, BYND. One of you bastards better buy me supermarket sushi. Guys, 73.80. Guys, 73.80 is the 52-week low on BYND. 73.80 is the low. Is 73.80 is the low of BYND. 52-week low. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Hey guys, is anybody in that MTNB from the watch list at 42 cents? Guys, is anybody in that MTNB off the watch list? I actually put a small cap on the watch list. Look at this. Very fancy. Very, very fancy. It really, guys, and this is kind of the bottom line, especially for you new traders. you're going to be shocked. Okay, I give you my word. If you stick to the process and give it a year, you will be shocked of where you are from a year from now. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be absolutely shocked. Because the whole point is, it's a very, very specific area on supply and demand. And you can tell in minutes, okay? You can tell in minutes. I'm trading from the beach right now. It's like 31 degrees, predicting more snow towards the end of the week. But I'm on the beach right now. Mentally, I am. I think at some point today, after lunch, I'm going to drive to Brooklyn to my father's.
U.S. Special Envoy to travel from Kabul to Doha.
To my dad's cemetery. So somewhere around, I'm going to take off a little early today, guys. I just want to pay my respects.
Afghanistan.
Learning not to be an idiot is a lifetime process. Wesley, when I figure out how to stop being an idiot, I'll let you know. And I'm going to sell that secret sauce for billions. For billions, right? I'm telling you, once I figure out how to stop being an idiot, I'm going to sell it for billions. For billions, maybe trillions. I don't know. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. For billions, I'm going to sell it. Not for millions, for billions. Oh, man. Good job. Good job, man. Muhammad, excellent job. Excellent trading, brother. Excellent trading. Yeah, the thing is about being an idiot, and this is kind of how I have no ego. I know I'm an idiot, right? Like, I know I'm an idiot. So I know my capabilities, man. Yeah, I embrace it. I don't try to stretch out my life. I know I'm a moron. That's the key. I know I'm a moron. That's a great question. Joe, try. That's a great question. I don't know what platform has it. Yeah, I'm not afraid to show it. I know I'm an idiot. Look at this guy has codes. Look what we're dealing with here. Guys, you see what we're dealing with? The guy here has codes. What the hell are we doing here? Here I am talking about I'm an idiot. This guy has codes. All right. Settle. Yeah, guys, I like that berry. I like that berry for tomorrow. I like that berry for tomorrow. And I like NVIDIA for tomorrow as well. Guys, do not be afraid. Guys, do not be afraid to be wrong. And again, that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem. New traders, right? New traders always find themselves. They're all afraid to be wrong. Oh, I hope somebody doesn't see I'm wrong. I hope everybody thinks I'm smart. Okay, you can be smart and poor, right? We're all flawed. Think about it. I'm a flawed trader. You guys just don't see it. I'm an incredibly flawed trader. Incredibly flawed, right? But I hide my I hide my imperfections because I don't stab myself repeatedly. I'm flawed, just like every other trader. I'm just very good at cutting off my bad days. Very, very good. Like I'm really good at it. Like once I see I'm trading bad, I just stop myself. I don't need to be down a lot of money to figure out I'm trading bad. Right? That's the problem. I'm not afraid to be wrong. A lot of people are just afraid to be, oh my God, what is somebody gonna think? They're gonna think I'm stupid. All right. I am stupid. I mean, how much more do you want? I am stupid. I'm an idiot. And that's the key to my longevity. I figured out my limitations. I'm a moron. I'm a schmuck. Anything you want to call me, I am. But again, this is why I'm kind of decent at what I do, because I figured this out a long time ago. I'm not in denial anymore. And I haven't been in denial in many, many years. Hey guys, just as a FYI, BYND is in a little bit of support. Hey guys, BYND is a little bit of support here, just a little bit. Guys, BYND is in a little bit of support here, a little bit here. You see that, guys? It's in a little bit of support here, right here in the 74.60s. So if you want to cover some more, Jeremy, if you want to cover some more, you might want to cover some more. Obviously, keep it because I think it's going to go down to the 52-week low of 73.80. But if you want to cover some more, this is the place to do it. This is definitely the place to do it. Brian, how many days are you here? 3 days? We're going to get you back that money in no time. You just got to be very patient. Okay? Your money is going to come back to you with friends. The key is wait patiently for premium setups, right? Wait patiently for premium setups. Don't overthink. Don't stress. Don't press, right? Shut off social media with all those booms and bangs and this is such a fun day, right? All these things, right? Everybody's having fun. It's all about just sitting and patient. Yeah, it's not a pivot. Peter, it's not a pivot anymore. It's not a pivot anymore. That's just the 52-week low. Yeah, that's just the 52-week low. Yeah, it's not a pivot anymore. It's just a 52-week low. What is it called? What is she called? The Wicked Witch of the West? What did she say right before she died? I'm melting. Yeah, I think, yeah, guys, don't look at Netflix yet. I think Netflix, so we're gonna put this on our watch list. Yeah, I think it probably bounces. Ivan is right. It probably bounces around 302.40s, right? It probably bounces 302.40s. But I think the big bet is going to be 301.50, 301.70, right? 301.70, 301. Hey guys, if anybody's still in LK, good job. I don't have it anymore. I think I literally made a cup of coffee on it, so I'm out of this thing. It just took too long. I just wasn't comfortable with it. I'm melting. You still in there? Wow, look at you. Look at you. Daniel's a bad guy. He's going to take all the money. Wow, somebody just bet. Guys, did you see that? Somebody's betting somebody's betting 90 points out of the money. You guys see it? It's 90 points out of the money for 137,000. Jesus. That's a lot of money, right? For 90 points out of the money. Because again, guys, you're unfortunately, John, and again, you guys are only here a couple of days with me. You're unfortunately exposed to the normal way of trading, the same stocks that everybody's looking at, the same way that everybody's trading, right? Again, it's the whole theory. If 90% of traders lose money, and again, that's wrong information. Guys, I want you guys to understand, when you hear on social media that 90% of traders are not making money, that's false. This is false news, right? This is fake news, whatever you want to call it. It's not that 90% of all traders are losing money. It's 90% of traders who are trading less than 3 years are losing money. Anybody who's trading 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 years, it's a whole different game, man. It's a whole different game. And the good news is, John, I'm going to take your learning curve, right? I'm going to take your learning curve and I'm going to really jam it. I'm going to really jam your learning curve on a very calm basis. Like, you don't need to figure out everything at once. I'm just going to make sure I'm going to put you in a position that you're not trading the normal way anymore, right? You're not trading the normal way. So it's not that 90% of the traders are not making money. It's 90% of the traders trading less than 3 years are not making money. It's a big difference, huge difference, right? Guys, there's trillions of dollars exchanged, okay? There's trillions of dollars exchanged every single day, okay? Every single day. Okay. Every single day in the markets, trillions and trillions of dollars. Okay. It's professional traders. Yeah, bad habits are tough. It's professional traders taking the money over and over and over again versus amateur traders. It's the same thing. That's why I sit there and somebody like, especially the people, nobody really has anything bad to say about me on Twitter, because nobody, I don't give a shit. But on StockTwits, they're all idiots. StockTwits is the number one hub of the biggest idiots on the planet. And somebody will turn to me and say, "You're wrong on the trade, man. F you." Okay. Well, go on the other side of my trade. So if you hate me now, give it 5 minutes, right? If you think I'm a bad guy now, give it 5 minutes. but that's the truth. But that's the truth, right? The market is rigged, right? The market is rigged. The market is rigged, guys. The market is rigged for professional traders taking the money of amateur traders. That's what it is. It's rigged. Of course the market's rigged, right? Any professional trader will tell you that. The market is rigged. Of course it is. They are not idiots, right? Beyond Meat. Guys, 73.80 was the 52-week low. So if it doesn't take that out, that's the area you want to maybe cover some more. Here it comes, guys. Here comes BYND. Congratulations, guys. Great job. Congratulations, guys. Great job. Great trade. Yeah, it's going to go lower. It's going to go lower. Again, is it going to bounce here? You know what I mean? It could bounce here, but that's it. Guys, congratulations, guys. Great job. Excellent trade, folks. Why didn't I do this trade, by the way? The hell was I doing? Why didn't I take any BYND? Anybody remember? I'm just watching it go down $3. Good, Arthur. Arthur, again, we're gonna get you on track, kiddo. Okay, we're gonna get you on track. You can't put pressure on yourself, right? The key is if you have a good 2-week run, you can't give it back. You know what I'm saying? You can't give it back. That's the whole point. You can't give it back, man. You got to treat every single day like it's this new day. Yeah, that's it. Good job, Brad.
Agreement reached between FCA and the UAW includes healthcare gains for lower paid employees, profit sharing increases, and pathways to top.
Guys, it's kind of holding in here a little bit. So guys, if you have a good profit in it, take some money off. Okay, guys? If you have a good profit, take some money off. Because I could see this stupid thing going back up $1 and then tomorrow selling another 3-4 points. So I would definitely keep a runner. Just make sure you take some money off. Great job, guys. Yeah, you could. Now, Peter, now the key on this, now the key on BYND, just a guy kind of going further, any close below 74. So if it closes below 74 today, yeah, you could take it for a swing going into tomorrow. Sure. It needs to close over 74. The only problem is the stock doesn't trade great anymore. You actually have to kind of sell it into supply. That's what I was talking about this morning. Peter, remember I was talking about this morning? 77 is supply. It's always the easier way of doing it because the stock is just so damn thin. Like look at the way they just spiked it back up. It trades so thin. See how it closes. If it closes under Peter, if it closes under 74, then yes. Yeah, if it closes under 74, then yes. Yeah, it's because yeah, what you want to do. Well, no, if it gets down, no, if it gets down to this area again, John, if it gets down to this area again, like 33.20s, and it holds, it's worth a shot again. Yeah, it's definitely worth a shot. The problem is if it starts building under, right? If it starts building under the Bollinger Band, then it becomes a short, right? But if it comes down again and tests like this 33 area, like 33.20 area, and then it bounces, then you're good. The problem is if it starts building 33 to the downside, it's a short. Then it's going to go all the way down to 30 and a half. CCX. Oh, which way? To the downside? I'm just so afraid of these random stocks. I really am. I'm so damn afraid of them. Like I always feel like I'm about to get squeezed on these stocks that are thinner. Oof. See, you still have 3 more minutes, John. You still have 3 more minutes. Again, the only thing I just don't know how this thing trades, man. You know what I mean? I just don't know how this thing trades. I can't even tell you. I mean, technically, yes, it gets one more candle below 28. It should drop. I'm afraid of random stocks. John, put it this way. If I wasn't comfortable, just to give you an idea, if I wasn't comfortable trading LK, right? And it has millions and millions of shares, I can't possibly feel comfortable trading a $28 stock that trades 100 share lots. You know what I mean? At least a $30 stock with massive volume, I could control, right? I could control. I can't control this. You hit those bids, and then 20 seconds later, it's 28.20 bid, and then they spread you out 40, 50. You know what I mean? It's just, I can't control these stocks. That's the thing. That's the scary part. Yeah, I just can't control them. They're too scary for me. You need, Lombardo, if I can find more lines, I would add more lines. If that's why I backtest once a month to try to figure out areas where a stock could stop randomly that I don't have a line there. Yeah, man. So I'm looking for more lines, not less. Because again, you don't want to go into a stock blind. You know what I mean? Because that's why once a month I try to backtest and see random areas where stocks would stop. And if I find one, and it's very, very hard to find one, that's where I try to figure out what goes in there. I guess you could, Vic. I guess I noticed. I never thought of it that way. I guess you could. Yeah, man. I guess you could. Yeah, I think that was a late Keanu. That was a late addition. That was a late addition. Yeah, the 150 is definitely in there. Yeah, the 150 is definitely in there. Yeah, the 150 is definitely in there. I think so, right? Hold on. 150.
Eastern.
Yeah, I have the 150. I have the 150.
Facebook's Instagram to start requiring birth dates for new users to protect minors, expand alcohol ads.
Yeah, guys, I like NVIDIA. I like NVIDIA 212. If not for today, but tomorrow. I like NVIDIA 212. Yeah, keep on Lombardo and everybody else, guys. Just keep on. You don't need to watch the first one. Again, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with Kenyon, obviously. You don't need to watch the first workshop. I didn't even know there was a first workshop until Kenyon told me. It was Kenyon helping setting up charts. I've never watched that. I don't even know what it is. Watch the 2.0. That's the most important one, and the 3.0 is going to enhance that. Okay, so just watch the 2.0 and the 3.0. The first one you don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to watch. I didn't even know it was even in existence. It does, yeah, it does. But the better, no, Kenyon's the man. Kenyon's the man. But John, to see the bounce plays play live is that's going to be the compliment. John, watching the bounce plays section is going to be the compliment of you watching it playing out live, not the other way around. You know what I mean? You're basically getting the foundation of the bounce plays, but seeing it playing out live, that's what's going to give you the confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to give you the confidence. That's the only thing that you have to actually watch live to really appreciate it. Everything else, obviously, it's a structural thing. Yeah, it's different, man. It's different. It's different. Like again, man. Look, if you guys weren't in the room, like put it this way: if I turned around on social media and say, "Hey guys, by the way," and check this out. If I turned around on social media and say, "Hey guys, by the way, these things work 70% of the time," people will turn around and say, "What are you out of your mind? There's no way pivots work 70% of the time," and they're right because pivots work about 85% of the time. But I would never say that. So if you told any trader, "Hey, by the way, you're going to have something, right? You're going to have something that's going to work 70% of the time," they would look at you like you're an alien. But the reality is they work 85% of the time. And when they don't, you can see it clearly and you can use break even as a stop. Again, people are not exposed to this. Guys, we're the only ones, and 4 other guys, my partner and a couple other guys use it. There's nobody else on the planet trades this way, on the planet. And that's why it's so specific. And that's why it's so very, very specific. So it works. It works very, very well. Again, you just can't shoot yourself in the foot in the process. And more days are going to be some days, like the first 3 days of the week, they're very tradable. Of course, they're very tradable, but the value in the first 3 days of this week has not been great. So you have to kind of have to play around with everything. Yeah. I go for 3 days. Keanu, if you look at my charts on the 60-minute, they're kind of set up for like 3 days. Hold on, let me push this one up. You kind of see that? You kind of want to get at least 3 days of data. You see that? You kind of want to see at least like 3 days of data. At least 3 days, yeah. The more the merrier, but you want to see the kind of 3 days. What's Kelly? What's that? I don't know what that is. I never heard of that. I use the Shapiro optimum positioning, hoping to God there's liquidity in it, and the stock goes right away with my eyes closed. that's my theory, man. That's my theory. That's my theory. I close my eyes and hope to God I'm right, just like everybody else, right? Just like everybody else, without any exposure, right, Chris? That's what everybody else does. Don't let anybody tell you different. That's what everybody does, man. Good job, Paul. that's what we do, Chris. I click the mouse, go underneath my table, and pray to God. 30 seconds later, it's in my direction. That's what it is, man. Yo, man. Yeah, it's different. The only reason why, Chris, the only reason why pivots are different than the normal way of position sizing, because these areas are so specific. Chris, hey guys, big bet here coming in on Google. Because these pivots are so specific, I try to get as much size as possible in that area. You know what I mean? It's very rare that I add to a position, because by the time I'm adding, I know I should be selling or covering, depending which way I'm going. So I try to get as much as I can, especially at a whole number, as much as I can. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to know I'm wrong in the first couple of minutes, because the stock won't be built. You know, the stock is not going to be building the proper way. A worst case scenario, I use break even as my stop, or slippage. You know what I'm saying? Like slippage is my max pain, if possible. If I get stuck, then I'm going to use the previous 5-minute low, and then then that's going to hurt. You know what I mean? If I get stuck in a channel that I miss my window to get out, okay, that 5-minute low for me is going to hurt. I'm being completely honest with you. That it might not hurt. It might not hurt for most people to lose $1, $1.50 in a trade. It's going to hurt me. It's going to hurt me. Like it hurts. So yeah, it's very, very important that we concentrate on these names and see the order flow very, very concretely. Yes. What did we have today? We had. All right. Let's start off. Let's start off with shop. Let me see the ones that had technical pivots. So shop. There were two ways to trading it. Okay, Keanu, there was two trades away trading it. Either a dip into rising support, which never hit. Okay, which never hit. Red to green. Okay, red to green, which is not a pivot. That's just momentum. Or a break above 353. You see that? 353 was the high here, right? 353 was the high here. 353 was the high here. So if it started building above 353, that was the pivot into support, into rising supply. Okay. So this one was actually pretty basic, right? Keanu, you see that? This one was kind of pretty basic. This one was kind of pretty basic. Once it got above this channel here, 353, you knew there was a high probability. Okay, yeah. Once you knew there was high probability, it was going into supply right here, right? So that was shop. Roku, right? Yeah, you could have waited for a second entry. Yeah, you could have waited for a second entry. I just wasn't watching this stock where it put in its initial high. So I couldn't even tell you, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell you if that initial high was 353.75, 354.50. You know what I mean? I just wasn't watching it. So I apologize. I just couldn't tell you where the second entry was. 354.50. Yeah, so that would have been it. Yeah. 354.66, 355. Yeah. For a move into supply here, 362, 363. Yeah. That would have been the second entry. Roku, and thanks, Larry. I'm just joking. But Roku was a very tight trade. Okay. You see these two pivots here? Keanu, you see these two pivots here? 78.80, 78.80, right? 148.80. 148.80. And it put in a pre-market high of 149.20. So the only way you could have made money on this thing to get any type of liquidity, if you would have, like I was talking about a pre-market, if it reclaimed the 49, and like I kept on saying, if it stalls out, Keanu, remember what I was saying? If it stalls out at 49.20, just use break even as you stop. But it reclaimed 49, it reclaimed 49.20, and damn you, Larry, and went right to supply at 51. You see that? So I thought it was going to go to 50. But it made it to 51. So that was the pivot here. Yeah, that was the pivot here on Roku. Okay. The pivot on Beyond. Yeah, that is normal. That's the whole point, Paul. That is very normal. Yeah, exactly, Keanu. That actually is normal, especially at the open. But again, I wouldn't advise for newer traders to get aggressive at the open, because if it fails, you're not going to lose 20 cents. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose, you're going to lose money. You know what I mean? So you have to be very, very careful at the open. BYND, well, BYND was pretty basic. It took out the previous day's low at 75.40, right? It then held 75.20 Bollinger Band and bounced. Once the sellers reclaimed that 75 area, that's when it went to the 52-week low. And that's kind of where it is now. So that was pretty basic there. Let me see what other pivots we actually had. Everything else I think we had were bounce plays. I think everything else we had was bounce plays. I think shop Roku. Yeah, I think everything else we had was bounce plays. If I'm correctly remembering it, yeah. Hey, Bushy, congratulations, Bushy. I just got your email. Great job, buddy. And again, guys, a guy like Bushy is your prime example. To my left, no. I have the chat box on a different computer. I'm logged in on a different computer, so I have it there. Yeah, I don't have the chat box on anywhere on this computer. Because they're outside of the bully. Exactly, Keanu. They're outside of the bully. Exactly. They're outside of the bully. Absolutely right. But just kind of to reiterate the point, like a guy like Bushy is a perfect example. He's a brand new trader, right? He's a brand new trader. So a guy like me is not your example. It's not your example of what you should be looking at, because I'm in this thing for 20. I'm in this thing almost 21 years. Okay. A guy like Bushy, a guy like Derek, a guy like Andrew, a whole bunch of people have been trading less than 2 years. Those are the people that you should really pick their brains, because those are the guys who've turned those $5,000 accounts into 25, 30, 40 grand and are on our way to doing so in very, very, I don't want to use the word short period of time, because they are the exception, because they put in that work, man. Bushy, where are you from? New Zealand? He's like 15 hours ahead. It's like 4 in the morning for him right now. Okay. So this guy works his ass off. He's Australian. He works his ass off. I mean ass off. Okay. I mean, literally ass off to stay patient with these plays. He's the one that's taking our pivots pre-market. No, but he works his ass off. Derek has worked his ass off. Andrew is emailing me till 10 o'clock at night, you bastard, with a lot of questions. But that's what you're supposed to do. And these guys work incredibly well. And that's how you could build your account very, very well. So a guy like Kane, or a guy like Jerry, or a guy like Dan Pearson, or even Ken, who hates trading more than I do, we're not really examples of what you can become, because we've been doing this thing for years, right? I think your primary example of what you can become realistically very, very soon are these guys, because they've really adapted. I mean, really, really adapted this very, very quickly, man. Like very, very, and again, some people will take longer. It'll take a year and a half. Some people will take 2 weeks. I mean, Tamim, who's not here, who's setting up another business right now, it took him 2 weeks to understand pivots. 2 weeks. That's remarkable. Crazy, but remarkable. But it's very attainable, guys. Again, the key is to turn off the talking heads on social media. What they talk about is, it's like me trying to, again, I don't think he traded before coming here, no. Or if he was, or maybe, Vic, maybe he was 3 months in, 6 months in. I don't think he traded. No, I don't think he traded before. I don't think he traded before at all. And even a guy, again, not to keep on dwelling on his name, but a guy like Christian, right? You can follow him on Twitter. A guy like Christian, this guy, he was here with me for 5 years. He didn't know what a bid and ask was. He didn't know what a bid and ask was. The guy's managing a $3 million account right now. Again, that's super rare, right? He has a gift. Like Christian has a gift of all gifts. He has a gift of all gifts. Like he's on a different planet when it comes to understanding information. Okay. But yeah, I mean, listen, I have to believe that everything is there for a reason. You know what I mean? Everything is there for a reason. And the unfortunate part, guys, and this is where the reality is. Did he 300? Yeah, I believe him. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Christian is he's a prodigy. You know, I mean, I met Christian when he was like 22 years old. The kid didn't know what a bid and ask was. He built up his account to like $50,000, and now he's swinging. I mean, he's swinging pretty aggressively. You know, he's swinging very, very aggressively. He's a prodigy. Like the kid's a prodigy. You know, he's a prodigy. He's an incredible talent. He's an absolute incredible talent. Yeah, he's Swedish. Dan, I would wait for NVIDIA for tomorrow because that 12 is going to be a big level, especially in a market like this. I would wait. I would wait for confirmation tomorrow. I'm not saying you can't, but I personally would wait. Stay patient, guys. Stay patient. Always remember, you want the easier trade. Even though there's no such thing as easy trades, you want the easier trade. You want the one that you look at and you go, oh, okay, I got it, right? I got it. Yeah, he's very smart. He's a swing trader. He's a swing trader. He builds big positions. You know, he's a big trader. He's a really, really big trader. I just wish I met Christian when I was in the prop business because I would have made a shitload of money off him. Oh, I speak the truth. I speak the truth. He swings both ways. Yeah, he swings both ways. He swings both ways. Yeah. He's like Austin Powers. He's like Austin Powers. I forgot what his. Do a search for like Kula Maggie. Do a search for like Kula Maggie. Yeah, do a search for Kula Maggie. He's a very, very smart guy. He just emailed me one day and he goes, "Hey Dan, man," he goes, "I made 300 grand this week." I go, "Well, that's great." And then he turns around and says, "Thank you for everything you've done. It's time to move on." And again, he doesn't. What does he need me for? If you can make $300,000 in a week, what do you need me for? Right? Like you figured it out already, right? You figured it out already. You don't need me anymore. There's nothing I can tell you. There's nothing I can tell you anymore. There's nothing I can share with you anymore. Now Christian is trading 6, 7 years? He's a monster trader. He's getting a new kitchen. Oh, that's how you know you've made it. You don't care about cars anymore and jewelry and all that stuff. You're remodeling kitchens. That's when you know you're an adult. When you're remodeling kitchens, baby. It only took me 8 months to finish my kitchen. Oh my God. The funny thing is there's actually a sneaky pivot on Roku coming up here. Guys, this thing might, again, it's not a premium setup, but Roku, if it starts building above like 30, you could get a move. If it starts building above 30, you could get a move to 48.75. It's not really a premium setup. There's actually not a lot of room, but yeah, here it goes. Yeah, you'll see it in a second. You'll get to like 75.80. You see it? Guys, you see it? You should get to like 75.80 here. Now it's going to go to, yeah, now it should get to about 49, but it just wasn't a really premium setup here. Yeah, he was trading pivots. He built up his account, and then he started. He still trades them, but he trades them via a multiple day. Lombardo, you know what I mean? He trades it via like multiple day, like via multiple day. But yeah, he still uses the 60-minute challenge. Absolutely, absolutely. Hey guys, I'm just curious. Was anybody able to get Roku off that 30? I apologize if I put it in a little too late. Guys, did anybody? You got some? Good for you, man. Take sales on the way up. Lombardo, the key is with these pivots, take some on the way up, right? And then just use break even as you stop. Okay, bud? Take some on the way up and use break even as you stop. You might get a push here to like 49 and change. Yeah, it was basically the first move. There was a sneaky pivot here at 4807. John, 4807 was the sneaky pivot here. 4807 was the sneaky pivot that put in an initial high of 4830, and then it retraced. So that's when I said 4830. If you're looking for a trade, 4830, yeah. And now it should push to like 4970s. Maybe even pushes more, but nice little move on it. Yeah, the 5 minute. I don't trust the 5 minute. I don't trust the 5 minute. I just don't trust it. It's too small of a channel. Wow, nice move here on Roku, guys. Very nice. Beautiful. All right, Adam. Have a great day, buddy. Wow, beautiful move on Roku, guys. Nice job. And that's kind of the advantage. 47. Yeah, but you still need that second entry, and you're reverting to the second entry, Brett, on the 5 minute. Excuse me. You're reverting to the second entry on the. I'm sorry. I don't want to confuse you. Let me start all over. The macro view is 4807. You see that? 4807 is the macro view. That's the 60-minute channel. So when it broke 4807 initially, it put in a high of 4830. Okay, and then it retraced to like 48, whatever it was, 15, 48, 17. So the same candle, right? The same candle. Once it got above that 4830, that's where the push is. What I used the 5 minute, this is where I knew it was going to stop. Where I use the 5 minute is to gauge where its measured potential, its first measured potential off of the 60-minute confirmation after the second entry. Guys, you see why it stopped here, 49.14? Everybody see it, guys? This is why it stopped at 49.14. It was the same as 60-minute chart, so I can't take the. No, you can't take the initial move. You can't take the initial move at 48.07 because remember, people also are using stops. So if it breaks that level, some people are just getting stopped out. So you still need a second wave of buyers to come in to justify that move. Yep. So I trade off the 60-minute, but I revert to the 5 minute just to see if there's additional supply. No, I use the 5 minute, Brad. I use the 5 minute to make sure there's no additional supply. I've never used 4-hour charts. When I started back testing initially the pivots, there was something about the 30-minute chart I didn't like. There was something about it when I was doing these back tests initially about 7.5, 8 years ago. There was something about the 30. I don't remember what it was now, but there was something about the 30-minute chart I didn't like. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I just can't remember what it was. I just didn't like it. There was something about it that rubbed me the wrong way as I was back testing. I just don't remember what it was now. I check it. Well, I check it right here. Like you see, like here, check this out. Like supply on the 60-minute, Brad, you see that? Like the supply on the 60-minute is 49.90. So that's like that. I would know that's my maximum potential. But then I'll go to the 5-minute, right? And I'll know where the first initial supply will be. And that's where you kind of want to start scaling out. So I use the 60 to give me the macro picture, like the bigger picture, and I'll use the 5-minute to get a picture within the picture, if that makes sense, right? So like so I have no surprise where it would stop, at least on the initial move. Yeah, yeah. I think it goes, Wesley. I think it's going to drift into the 60s, man. I do. I think you just have, this Wesley. I think you just got to leave it alone, dude. I used to do it because I never put a lot of stock into the. I used to do it off the 60, not putting in a lot of stock that the 5-minute is there to help me guide it. So I used to avoid it, and stocks used to stop 15, 20 cents after the pivot. This is years ago. And they would fail, and I would turn around and go, wow, it sucked that it failed. And if I would have just looked at the 5-minute, so there was supply there, I would have been much better off. Well, Keanu, I wouldn't have put the trade on at 48.07, because remember, 48.07 needs to establish a new high, then retrace. So if you're buying it at 48.07, you're doing it wrong. You're buying it on the first move. You have to, if it's not a whole number, you have to let it put in a new high after 48.07, put in a new high, let it retrace, and once it goes through that new high, which in this point was 48.30, right? That's where you want to get long. Exactly. That's where you want to get long. So, and if it doesn't go, and Keanu, here's the deal. So if it doesn't go, right? So if it doesn't go in the first minute and a half, 2 minutes after the second entry, that's when you want to use break even as your stop, or 15, 20 cents to have a very minimal, exposure to the trade, because it really should go. Once the second entry is there, it should really, really explode. And that's kind of what you just saw on Roku. Yeah. No, that's the thing. It's what not to do is incredibly important. That's the whole meat and potatoes of trading. Just it doesn't make a difference what type of trader you are. That's the meat and potato. What not to do is the hardest part, and to kind of avoid that. Just to kind of avoid that. All right, brother. Have a great lunch. Yeah, that was I almost died. Um, I almost died. There was a kid here. He must have been I don't even know how old he was. What do you think the kid was? 17, 18 years old? He said, Dan, I borrowed money. He goes, I maybe 13, 14. 13, 14, you think he was? He goes, Dan, I borrowed money from my mom to come here. And it didn't register what he said. It didn't register what he said. And I was just thinking about it. I was texting my wife for some random stuff. And it just popped in my head. I go, what did he say? So then I texted Ken. I go, Ken, did this kid just say he borrowed money from his mom? I go, what did he say? Did he just borrow money from his mom? And then he left the same day. He literally was there, right? Right, guys? He was there for he was literally in the room for like an hour. I would have gave him back his money. I felt bad. I like, wait, what? And I couldn't remember who it was. Oh, I feel horrible. I don't want somebody borrow money from their mom. Oh man, it's like my son's age. Listen, the kid will be successful though. The kid will be successful. If he has that foresight, he's going to be successful. Kid 13, 14 years old, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I know, right? His mom's is Mackenzie Bezos. Oh man. I think the market needs one more day to kind of get out of this mess. It really does. We're kind of in a cluster, and this market really needs to get out of it. Yeah, we really need to get out of this. There's not, you know, there's not enough range, you know, for the exception of like a shop. There's just really not enough range for the market to expand. So we have to be a little patient. That's why I'm kind of just really just picking my spots this week. It's adding up, so I'm okay with that. It's just, but you know, you want that big trade, but again, you just have to wait for it. That's the key. You just have to wait. You can't push it. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for tomorrow on Amazon. I actually think, Brett. I think a 1790 close gets it to 1806 tomorrow. So I actually think if Amazon wakes up, I think it's actually a buy on the. I think if it gets to 1765 and it holds, you can get long. But I really think the trade's going to come 1790 to 1806. The Barry Sanders trade. That's right. You're looking for Barry Sanders. Right now, it's a carry for 3 yards, a carry for 4 yards. You want that big hole to open up. But those ads, again, those yards, you know what the perfect new analogy for me, right? I bet you, like everybody knows who Barry Sanders is. Everybody knows who Walter Payton is. If I told you Frank Gore is the third leading rusher in football history, you'd be like, what? Right? But that's a whole bunch of accumulate, right? That's a huge accumulation of 3, 4 yards, 3, 4 yards, 3, 4 yards. But that's a great analogy. He's right, because he's 230 years old. Right? But that's the best analogy. The guy's not the guy's not, he's not a home run hitter. He's a 3-4 yards guy. And that's the whole point. Everything added up. Everything added up at the end. That's how you got to look at it. Everything added up at the end. So here is the bottom. Here, I'll give you a perfect example. So you want to use bounce plays on the bottom of the range. You see how it keeps on. You see how John, it keeps on bouncing, right? It hit the bottom of the range, bounced, hit the bottom of the range, bounced, and today it did exactly the same thing. Hit the bottom of the range and bounced. That's basically it. I wish I can make it more complicated than what it is, but that's what it is. That's basically what it is. It's just it should hold the bottom of the range. If it's an uptrending stock, the stock should hold the bottom of the range. That's why bounce, bounce, bounce. Yeah, buy the low, sell the high. See, but that's basically what it is. That's why I say if you have the ability, yeah, only in a strong stock, John. Only in a strong stock. Only in a strong stock that's coming in with weaker volume to the bottom of the range. If it's a bear market, you don't want to do that because it'll go right through and you'll get killed. No, you're doing it in the same candle. You're doing it the same candle. It's the same candle because you think about it this way. You want the emotional sellers to meet the technical buyers, right? You want the guy who's long here and says, "Oh no, I don't want any more. I don't want. No, please don't go out. No, God, no more. That's it. I'm done." And yada yada yada. He is done because emotional sellers met a technical buyer, and then they took it back up over $2. So, yeah, that's basically it. Well, you try to get the Bollinger Band, John, the physical Bollinger Band. The physical Bollinger Band is actually the highest probability bounce area, right? Because that's going to correlate. That's going to correlate. You got it, brother. Take care, Chris. That's going to correlate. Hey guys, big bet. Big bet here. AXSM, $5 out of the money, 1.1 million for all the option players. The highest probability, John, is going to correlate to a daily bounce. Okay, it's a daily bounce. So if you notice today, Tesla, where I got long Tesla, was not only the bottom of the range on the 60-minute, but it was also the bottom of the range of the rising five-day moving average, right? If you look at Tesla, right, that's that orange line. It held the 5-day moving average. And the 5-day moving average, like I say in every video, it's the shortest guide to sentiment, right? There's nothing stronger than the 5-day moving average for a guide for short-term sentiment. So when they align like that, right, that's a high probability it's going to hold that area. Yeah. You always want, guys, remember, you always want to go, all right, buddy. Oh, look at you taking yoga. Guys, you always want to look at the daily chart as well. You try to also go on the daily chart as well. Yeah, it was right here. It was just the rising. It was just another, like, yeah, we wanted it down here. It kind of fell short of that, Pedro. You see that? But you see how this area, it's like the last rising support for this whole channel, right? Because if this channel didn't hold, it was going to go all the way down to here. So this whole area was a really high probability of a bounce. So it's just not just Bollinger Bands. It's also, it's also the last area of rising support. $17.68. $17.68. Let me take a look. Brett, can you copy and paste? Brett, can you copy and paste it again? I'm sorry, I apologize. Yeah, because John, on a bounce, because on a bounce play, you're going to have less liquidity. So you're always going to, like, I play bounce plays with a third, between the third and half size. That's generally how I play them. And what I want to do is I want to use the low for that candle. So for example, if I'm long the stock at say 303.10, I'm just using an example, right? 303.10, and the low for that candle, and it starts bouncing, but the low for that same candle is like 302.90. I already know my maximum pain is only going to be 30 cents. You follow what I'm saying? Because if it takes out the low again for that candle, I don't want to be in the trade. That means it didn't hold. So a lot of times your risk on these bounce plays will be 20, 30 cents. Yeah, yeah. We do. Check this out, Brett. We do. I get what you're saying. We do. But there's going to be support here. There's two things I'm thinking of Amazon. There's going to be support here at 1768, and there's going to be support here at 1765. So you technically, we would need like 2 or 3 candles confirming 65 to get it down to 53.48. The problem with Amazon, it's been really, really strong off this bottom, what we talked about yesterday, and it put in a high of supply. And I know they're going to be announcing Cyber Monday and Black Friday sales. And you know they're going to be good. You know what I mean? You know they're going to be good. That's why I'd rather give it the benefit of the doubt to the upside. Unless this whole market turns. I think it could go to 69. Arthur, I think you're going to have to swing the stock. But I think it's going to have, I think it could go to 69. 63. Well, I think the pivot was 62 today. I haven't been watching it. Yeah, I think if it closes, Arthur, I think if it closes over 63, you might as well just be in it. I don't think this is something you could possibly day trade. But I think any close over 62 is fine. I think just start maybe looking at it from a longer term point of view and just watch it towards the close. You know what I'm saying? Just watch it maybe towards the close. But I think in the next couple of weeks, it could get to 69. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just very, very small volume. Again, it's too, Arthur, it's too thin, man. I'm not saying it's not going to go lower. It's too thin, man. All those 100 share lots, you get one reload buyer and it's going to go back up. I mean, technically, yes. It starts building below 28, it's going to go lower. It's way too thin, man. It's way, way too thin. Yeah, I would, it's just too thin. The chart itself looks good. It's just way too thin, in my opinion. I'm not saying it can't go lower, but it's just way too thin. CRM. It's heading into support. It's heading into support here at 50. It's heading into some support here at 55.20s. 55.20s is the support before it bounces. You actually have a lot of support coming up here in the daily chart. Stay patient, guys. Stay patient. You know what? I'm gonna actually, you know what, guys? I'm actually gonna go to my dad's gravesite on Friday because I don't want to get stuck in the middle of going to Brooklyn. I'd rather go there and just visit my mom, I guess. I'd rather go on Friday and visit my mom. Yeah, so I'll have a regular day today. Besides this crappy weather, I don't get stuck in traffic and all that stuff. Guys, look at trading. Look at trading as controlled aggression, right? Versus exciting anarchy. That's the best. Like the way I trade is controlled aggression, and these are the most aggressive stocks on the board. Versus like people are chasing stocks up 900% of the day, which is ridiculous. It just doesn't make any sense. So it's all controllable. It's all controllable. Guys, we're actually getting some pretty decent setups for tomorrow. I would like to see the video. I would like to see the video rally back somewhere to around the 211 area, or at least like the 2.5 area for tomorrow, because it actually is a really good area. It's actually a really good setup, and I think you could go. Author, you see what I mean about CCXI? And again, I'm not saying it's going to go lower. I'm not saying it's like it can't go lower and it collapse. But it's like when you have 100 share lots, all it takes is one buyer to come in and just push the crap out of this thing right back higher. Remember, you want institutional participation in your trades. I'm not saying this one doesn't have it, but I don't want to guess that it doesn't have it. Yeah. It's just easier way. Yeah, it's just easier ways not to burn your brains. What's for lunch today, by the way? What's for lunch today? What's for lunch today? Oh no! Did you guys hear that McDonald's is selling merchandise? What the hell is that? They're gonna start selling merchandise? Like, who the hell is gonna want to walk around with a McDonald's hat? I mean, McDonald's T-shirt? I don't even understand what that means. Doesn't even make sense. Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's like a retro. Maybe it's like a retro look. Is that what they're going for? Like a retro look? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. McRib. Oh my God. I had a McRib about 25 years ago. I thought I was gonna die, but it was good though. It was. It was good though. I'm not gonna lie. The Hamburglar. Yeah, the Hamburglar. That's right. The Hamburglar. That's right. Stay patient, guys. Stay patient. The Hamburglar. Yeah, you have to have a lot of lines. Like there was like again for you guys who never heard this story, there was a kid in here. He was a kid. He had to be a kid. There was a kid in here. When I say kid, he's probably in his early 20s, but yeah, it's a kid. There was a kid in here about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. He emails me and he goes, "Dan, I've been trading for a year. This is my first profitable month ever. But unfortunately, I'm going to pass on trading these pivots." Okay. He goes, "You have way too many charts on the line. You have way too many lines on your charts." So I said, so I had to reread that. I had to reread the email 3 times. So he said, after the first year, this is my first profitable month trading pivots. I learned a lot, but I'm going to pass because there's way too many lines in your chart. And I said, oh, fair enough. I mean, okay. Okay. I mean, you know, I'm like, right. Sorry. Like, wait, what? I go, okay. Okay. You know, okay. Okay. I mean, again, I mean, what else do you, I mean, what else do you want me to say? Okay. I mean, okay. You know, okay. I don't like. What do you want me to like? What do I say after that? Oh, okay. I wish you the best. I mean, what do you? What are you? I mean, what are we going to talk about here? I mean, what are we? Right. I mean, what are we going to talk about here? Okay. Right. I mean, okay. I mean, if you know, if it works, you know, okay. Listen, I can only I can only I can only give you what I have. I can't give you what I don't have. Um, KO. This actually KOD actually looks better tomorrow. Ooh, that looks nice. Author, if it gets rejected today, I'm gonna put this on our watch list for tomorrow. Ooh, that looks good. Ooh, that looks good. That looks good. Is this one of those crazy stocks? Ooh, that looks good for tomorrow. Oh yeah, that looks good for tomorrow. Oh yes, it does. So guys, does everybody see why 61 is going to be the pivot? Guys, everybody see why 61 is going to be the pivot? Right? That's the top of the channel here is 61. Today it's going to go right into supply, right? You see that? It's going to go right into supply here at 60, 70s. It'll probably get rejected again. I wouldn't short this thing into supply just because how thin it is. But tomorrow this thing confirms 61, and there's a shot. This thing goes to 73. Wow, very nice. Great job, author. That's a great. It's a great look. That's a great look. Right. Here's one of those trades you want to risk like basically $1 to make 10. That's a nice look, man. That's a great job. That's a great job. Sure. Again, can it go through today? Yeah, it could, but you know, are you really buying? Is anybody really buying a $60 stock up $12? I mean, come on, that's just ridiculous. Doesn't even make any sense. But it does look good for tomorrow. Yeah, I can't. It's too scary for me. I love Nate. I think he's a great guy. I talk to him all the time. I would rather. I would be too scared to trade like Nate. He's a really good trader. He really is. But you have to put on a lot of risk. You have to put on a lot of risk. He trades very aggressively, man. Very aggressively. He'll like, for example, like Vic, he'll start buying stock, for example, at 59 and then add more at 58 and then 56 and a half. There's a lot of risk. There's a lot of risk involved. If you're a new trader, it's woof. Oh my God, it's a lot of risk. He's a very good trader. He's a very good trader. You cannot duplicate what he does. Yeah, you cannot duplicate what he does. He's a very good trader. Again, I can't personally and don't want to personally be down thousands of dollars in a trade before I'm right. That's just not what I do. I would rather be in my trade, have a pivot work $2-3 in a matter of 3 minutes, and move on in my life. I cannot be down. I work way too hard to be down $3, $4, $10, $20,000 in a trade before it starts working. It's just not for me, man. It works for him. It works for him. I mentally can't do that. You know what I mean? I mentally can't do that. It's just not the way I'm built. It's just I mentally can't do that. I just can't do it. I can't do it. All right, brother. Have a great sleep. Go get some rest. I just personally can't do it. It's just again, every trader trades differently. You have to take a process and make it comfortable for yourself. I can't personally be in a trade, be down thousands of dollars before it wakes up. It just doesn't even sound normal to me. At least not for me. It doesn't even sound right. At least for me. And that's what I'm saying. You can't emulate another trader. You don't have their genes. Like no two traders, you can't compare any of the two traders. Again, I sat next to Meyer Offman for years as he was making $500,000, $1 million a day. I couldn't make $100 at one point. Okay, and this is a guy 5 feet away from me making $500,000 to $1 million a day. A day. I couldn't make $100 in the beginning. I just couldn't make I couldn't make $100. And this is guy sitting me 5 feet away from me. You can't. There's no way. We're all different human beings. Our mental capacity is different. It's just different. There's no way you can compare yourself to another trader. There's no way. You can't duplicate. You can't duplicate somebody else's results. There's no way. You know, I remember traders. They couldn't sit in Tesla down 20 cents. Right? They couldn't take Tesla down 20 cents. How are you gonna emulate another trader? Right? It's an impossible act. It really is. So that's what you're doing is you want to take their process and kind of chisel it, right? And kind of chisel it to be your own. But to try to duplicate, can you imagine if you're a new trader, right? Can you imagine if you're a new trader and you have a $5,000-$10,000 account and you're following a guy who's trading for 10, 15, 20 years, and the guy buys, wow, this KOD just exploded. The guy buys. I'm not chasing this thing up today. It looks great for tomorrow. I'm not chasing this thing up today. Imagine he buys stock. He buys stock at $50. It goes to 48. It goes to 47, and you're already down 50% in your account. You can't take it anymore. You stop out, and the stock 30 minutes later is at the highs of the day. I mean, I couldn't imagine as a new trader doing that. It just doesn't. It doesn't even make any sense. You know what I'm saying? I think it just saying it out loud is scary. To live with it would be a nightmare. And again, it might work for them. It's just not going to work for a new trader. I personally think, Chris, anybody who's buying KOD at this level right here is gonna lose money. I'm not saying it's not gonna go higher tomorrow, but I think anybody who just bought the stock anywhere here above the 61s is gonna lose money today. Just because I think it just hit supply. Again, maybe it's thin enough that it could reclaim 62, but I think anybody who's buying stock anywhere in the 61s is gonna lose money. The probability of them making money today is just got smaller and smaller. Yeah, I mean, look, can it reclaim 62 and go? Of course it can. It's a very thin stock, but the probability, again, I always play probability, right? 90% of the time it's going to hit supply and go down. Again, maybe this is the 10% of the time it goes. But you want to play the probability. Yeah, maybe it finally drops. Again, guys, I don't want to discourage anybody not to take CCXI. I'm just telling you, for me, it's way too thin, and I don't want to guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to guess. Okay. Guys, you see what I mean about KOD? Right, guys? You see what I mean by KOD? Again, I'm not saying it's not going to reclaim 62 and go higher. I'm from years experience, I'm just talking about the probability, right? Think about what people just did. They just chased a $60 stock up 12 into supply. And look at it now. You see it, guys? Now it's at 60. Right, guys? Everybody see it? Now it's at 60. Again, I'm not saying this thing's not going to go higher, right? I'm not saying this thing's not going to go higher. I'm just telling you, you're buying a stock up. How much is it up today? What's the percentage this thing's up? You're buying a stock up 22% in the day with a small float. It gets rejected, you're dead. Right? I like it for tomorrow. I think it goes higher tomorrow. I just think anybody who's buying it in the 61s is going to lose money. Again, remember the 60 is always going to be the father figure in this trade. So you're going to need, Arthur, if this thing's going to go higher today, it's going to need another candle having this Bollinger Band be below 62 to work today. I'm pretty confident to say you probably saw the highs of the day today. Again, I could be wrong, but the probability, right? The probability. Like if I'm holding Arthur, if I'm holding 3 aces, right? What's the probability that you're going to beat me in a hand? Right? There's only X amount without having face cards, right? Without having face cards, right? Unless you have all hearts, all clubs, and you say to yourself, what can the guy beat me with, right? Now, if you see all clubs, all hearts, the guy's representing a flush, then yes, he's going to beat you. But if he's not representing, right? If you don't see that, what's the probability that somebody's going to beat you in your hand, right? If you're holding 3 aces, what's the probability somebody's going to beat you in your hand, right? Maybe they have a full house. Okay, maybe. So you have to look at the probability, and that's what these charts give you. They give you the flexibility to give you the highest probability in every single trade. All right, ladies and gentlemen, guys, let me go grab some lunch. Good job this morning, guys. Let me grab some lunch, and I'll see you guys in about an hour. All right, guys, have a great lunch, everybody. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, alright, mic is working, so since Dan's done, I'm gonna be done watching, listening too, so I'll just leave it at that. Yes, leave the meeting. Okay, well, that was interesting. So far today's been a pretty interesting day. Things have just been really slow in developing here. Amazon, I am waiting for Amazon to do anything outside of what Amazon is doing, really. I don't really have any opinion on it. I haven't been able to find a trade on it in who knows how long. I mean, pretty much failed this year, so I guess the short side, I mean, it's still downtrending pretty nicely here. I mean, as for right now, I mean, we're so late in the day. Things have pretty much already made their moves. I don't know what else could really happen today. God, AGIO is getting super close to getting me in, though. I really think something special can happen above it, though. I mean, pretty much as soon as this turns green for me, probably going to trigger me in. D-Dog still rolling along here. Stop still the same, nothing to change. Johnson & Johnson has been quite the boring trade here. I mean, there have been volume problems this entire trade, yet we just keep on grinding. SPY's finally hitting this bottom trend line here, having a nice little pop. Might give Johnson & Johnson the strength it needs. Been seeing some really big quiet buying in here. I mean, there was a bunch of 4,000 share orders that were jumping in over here. I mean, we've been seeing nothing but buying. Just gotta make that push. AGIO's getting there. Alright, last looks like 350 at 43. I better do 44. Need to account for noise. Really thinking we can see a nice pop here. I am in love with the chart pattern here on the 30. Got a decent little triangle, getting really tight up and up and up and up, constantly retesting it over and over again. And then we're coming up on these two high days from past couple days. I mean, it just looks like it's getting ready to blow up. It's pretty much making bull flag after bull flag here. I got no problem at all. Then Johnson & Johnson's had this nice break here, so looking for that continuation. Just definitely making a nice move. Got nothing to worry about. Wow, G-Dog's still not getting me out. PK is finding some odd price action up here. Again, squeezing tighter and tighter. I missed my opportunity back here to add some more, and then could have done it here too. I mean, literally risking a penny. I mean, why I could put on as many shares as I could possibly want here and only lose a couple pennies. I mean, those opportunities do not come around that often, and oddly enough, we've seen two of them. Had it here in Johnson & Johnson too. Great, come on. There's AGIO. $44, I am out of 350. I am adding to an LT as well, just another 75 shares here, so I have 150 for the LT, where the stop is going to be currently around this 10, but I'm also going for the scalp right now. Obviously late in the day, obviously a very thin stock, so it might take a little bit here. But definitely think we can make a pretty decent move here. So I'm risking about 10 cents, looking to see 10 cents here, so I'd like to see it about the high 60s. 66 I'm looking to cover. That is the other thing that I did not consider. That's going to be a problem. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, taking the trade. Don't mind the trend lines that much. Saw good volume on that move. That was mainly because of these two orders here, and it is on a down tick, so I can't tell if they're a buy or not. Johnson & Johnson's still holding its own. T-Dog's still not getting me out. I'm getting a phone call. AGIO not doing too hot here. I don't know. It's going to be coming into contact with this trend line here, and it's going to really piss me off if I'm going to end up stopping out of this scalp just to see it circle right back up around. But fact is, we had a nice little breakout here. Nothing happened. Shouldn't just bail on the trade. Or I shouldn't just hold the trade just because the technicals have changed a little bit in my favor. Those trades go immediately and never turn back. And stupid SPY, man. Come on. SPY just hasn't been helping this entire time. Still got 150 to let go here. D-Dog just keeps on rolling for me. I really do not know what to do with Johnson & Johnson. I mean, it is just holding its own just ever so slightly. There has been quiet buying this entire time. But what happens when it finally gives up? I mean, look at these gigantic sells that just happened here. I mean, we have seen no volume cues in this trade. Not a one. There's just been quiet buying after quiet buying after quiet buying. And just now starting to see some big sells is not a good sign either. Plus the SPY failing this and coming back down, busting this trend line. There's too many things against me here. This thing needs to make a move. I think I just need to bail on this underneath this 20. Into the 20s at least. AGIO is not making me too happy either. I don't know. Oh, you're killing me, SPY. Yeah, internals are getting weaker too here. It's time to call it. It's too damn bad, dude. 28, I'm out of this thing. I think that could have been a monster winner. But I'm just seeing way too many warning signs right now. If it happens, it happens. I mean, I can only redraw so many trend lines here. If we're lucky, we'll see a nice little bounce here, but internals getting weaker, SPY getting weaker, a little bit of a volume kick here. Who knows? Could be good support. God, D-Dog is still not getting me out. Something funky's going on here. It's like each minute some buyer is just stepping up penny by penny. It is at another higher time frame spot. Oh, well, nope, just dumped it there. Ah, there's a little bit of a gap fill in here too. And this is the daily, so we got something way back here. 35, 45. Wow. I mean, I guess it. Oh shit! Something happened in Johnson Johnson. And PK. PK's a little cutie to me. It's just a teeny little tiny mover. Still trending. I mean, it's got reasons to keep on moving here. Nice little bull flag, little breakout after a big trend reversal. Just let it go. Yeah, stop is the same, not changing anything. Well, a failed breakdown here is definitely good. Would be nice to give me a new stop to work with. I don't know, pretty much just in sit and wait mode here. We have not lost 32 in a while. If it gets to plus or minus 30, it's new high day. I just still holding on here. Making its way there. I need to check something. So I'm trying to scalp this stock. I mean, I gave it more than 1 minute candle space here. I mean, I gave it plenty of room. But should I have given it more room? Should I have taken it off of a 5 minute? I mean, in this case, no, it wouldn't have worked. Had good volume, I mean, just didn't go. I don't really think there is, at least for the scalp anyway. Yeah, if we make a new high here, I will have a new stop loss. So it looks like 30. God, D-Dog. Too bad. D-Dog was some really good longs a few days ago, a few weeks ago. And dropped that 32. Bought right back up. Killing me, Spy. God, shop has just been unbelievable today. gone. 23 points and rising still. Look at the shop. What is it doing? That's ridiculous. I mean, reasons to short. And just a couple of monster candles here. Too damn bad, dude. God. That shop is still moving up. Oh, that sucks. I was originally looking for longs at 351.30. And pre-market got above it. I mean, I had a chance to go for it at pre-market. But I mean, look at my risk. I was risking like 2 points. Could have done something on the pullback, I guess. But I think I was watching Johnson & Johnson. Too bad. Monster. Very strange. The indices are continually getting weaker here. Internals are really not that much. They just aren't. It's telling me buys. That's not buy. Huh. Interesting. Take a majority off. I mean, it's D-Dog. It just doesn't have that much more to go. Average range is 3 points. It's only gone 2, so I guess there is another point in there. I forgot to put Johnson & Johnson on my, oh, there it is. Never mind. Just stupid. Ooh. If Johnson & Johnson does break a new high, 1 ATR is going to be just 20 cents above new high day. Just more reasons to get out. 82, so that'll put it at 86. God, shop is still moving up right now. That's just stupid. Nothing left to do here, just let it go. Beyond Meat is actually looking pretty ugly. I believe it's at a 52-week low right now. Yes, it is. Yeah, just comparing it to here, the low is 85. It has gone 75. I mean, it looks like it's getting ready to dump again here, but I don't know if I'm gonna go for that one. Yeah, I'm definitely out of this trade at 28.
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Nancy.
Nancy. That's my mom's name.
My dad named me after my great aunt who was a slave.
Okay, I'm sorry.
God, D-Dog looks like it's getting ready for another push lower here. He's just kind of stair-stepping. Had a little drop here, came up, consolidated, dropped, consolidated, dropped, consolidating. Can only go sideways for so long. Shop is still blowing up. This is unreal. Look at that. Almost 30 points on the day. $76.71 will fill 2 ATRs, so it is right there right now. That could very well be a good reversal trade here. Got a nice little flat base to work with. Already seeing rejection. What am I gonna do? Risk 2 points? Oh, it's tempting. Johnson's still not going anywhere. You can't even draw a trend line. It's just so extreme. It's not hitting my reversal scanner though. Well, here it comes. Very nice entry on the 375. We'll see. I mean, if I see something like on the tape, too late now. I mean, I would be risking a point, so I probably would go only 50 shares. Let's buy back above VWAP. Well, I would have got a point out of it, I guess. So I guess it wasn't that bad of a trade. I don't know, it filling 2 ATR almost to the penny is really impressive, especially on a stock that's at $300 and has a spread of almost as wide as a point sometimes. God, D-Dog, yeah, there you go. I mean, if it gets to 35 83. That is. Just cancel it. I think it's a 50% marker there. Yes, it is. From all-time low to all-time high. That is a fantastic spot for people to buy. This is where the real daily action is anyway. Jesus, whatever, dude. Just let it go, I guess. That spread's still tight down here. We'll see what 36 looks like. Oh well, that's why you gotta take them. When you get the chance, you just never know. Ah. My GIO is still not doing nothing for me. I mean, the longer it spends up here, the less interested I am. It needs to be, well, moving. It needs to actually be doing something for me, and it ain't doing nothing, so if it's not going to do anything for me, why do I want to be in it? Changing my stop to 33. PK still holding on, just can't really go anywhere. Holding above 24, fine, but not going anywhere. I'm also starting to realize the average true range on this thing isn't even a point. That should have been taken into consideration beforehand. Whatever, dude. Just do something for me. Well, nothing to do. draw so many trend lines. And again, super tight. Again, I hate it if it shakes me out, stops me out, and then curls back up again. I mean, it's got reasons to, but it's also got reasons to fail too. Just hasn't seen anything special. Either way, I'm not risking it. And we out. Too bad, man. Just too bad. Yeah, okay. Jesus. Wow, somebody really wants this thing to stay up here. Reasons to get back in. Alright, well, I'm going to be done streaming for the day. I'm definitely going to call it here. I really don't know if I'm going to get back in Johnson & Johnson or not. I mean, I've given it so many opportunities. I mean, it failed here, and yeah, we're seeing some buying come back up, but I just don't think that's reason enough alone to get back in on this thing. So I'm just going to call it here. Pretty decent trades. Got lucky with D-Dog. Pretty nice moves. Still waiting on AGIO. Looks like it's getting ready to make something happen right now. Profit target is not until the whole number, though, so we'll be waiting a while on that one. PK's doing okay. Maybe he'll break out. Maybe it'll fail. I don't know. Gonna let it do its thing. Hal was a pretty tiny little reversal win. PM was just a little tester trade here, because ultimately I was looking for the breakout up here by the 20s. But looked pretty bullish down in here. Started coming up. Missed the entry here, but got in on the pullback and then just totally lost it. So no luck there. Alright, that's all I got for now. We'll be back.